in the semi-final. He's charismatic, he's a showman.
I'm looking forward to this one.
This is going to be really exciting. He really has been the standout showman of this tournament, but Nishiyama did the basics and the technicals really, really well. The fundamentals, let's say, really well in his contest throughout the week. So, really interesting clash of styles, personalities and approaches here.
He looks quite small for the weight.
He does indeed. Let's see if he does that crouch before. There we go. Crouching right down. That's what he does before the first bell. I wonder why that is. Like a 100-metre sprint straight out the blocks. And here we go then. Brace yourselves, because this one, it's going to be really interesting.
Two southpaws again.
Nishiyama, very disciplined, controlled. Brazilian.
Good timing there from the
flair.
Brazilian.
Lovely work. That jab of Nishiyama. Fast in and out. Without reply from Carvalho.
Nishiyama's working well to the body. Again, he just landed there. 1-2 to the body. Good footwork in and out. Making the Brazilian miss there.
Really precise, that jab, isn't it?
He made him
like
miss.
A sniper.
He made him miss by a fraction there, and then straight back and countered that shot.
Doesn't waste any shots, Nishiyama. He waits, he's patient, then explodes into action. He is very, very accurate with that sharp jab. The Brazilian struggling to find a way to get into close range here. Manages it, but in a scrappy manner. Nothing significant landed. He's going to have to make some adjustments here. Breno de Carvalho. He's the man in blue representing Brazil.
Nishiyama there just shaking his head at the Brazilian.
And he'll have seen him throughout this week, Luke, and he'll know what to expect. So will his coaches. So they'll have prepared for whatever was in front of them. Did you used to like to see opponents, or would you rather not watch them?
I used to watch maybe 2 rounds, maybe like 4 hours before the fight, and that was about it. But I did that. I never really watched any of my opponents throughout my whole career, which maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have studied them a little bit more. But in the amateur game, you ain't got time, because you're fighting a brand new style. You know, if you're going through tournaments, in the World Championships I had 6 fights. You know, you don't have time to study each and every one of them, because you don't know what it's going to be.
Here's some of that fancy footwork and showmanship for the Brazilian. Perhaps he's decided it's time to start to bring some of that in here.
It certainly looked good, but I'm not sure if it won him the round.
Not had much success, has he, there, in terms of being able to land Nishiyama's discipline. And as I say, the fundamentals he does very, very well, as we've seen with all the Japanese fighters.
Nishiyama working that
really
jab.
good technically, 4-1 in his favour. And there's no surprise there, because he landed the more significant shots, and he appeared in control of every aspect of that. The really pace of it, ringmanship was good as well. Very, very controlled, disciplined performance.
Great lead hand there, snapping the Brazilian's head back. He used the jab well to the body as well. But yeah, great work there from Nishiyama.
We talked before about boots as well. Huang, obviously, who won gold earlier, choosing to wear trainers, and it has been commented on with the Japanese team that they do have those Mizuno boots that are really difficult to get hold of, and everyone's quite boot envy of those. But of course, they look like Nishiyama has them as well, and
the old-fashioned style, them ones, the leather.
Absolutely, yeah. Here we go now. De Carvalho has upped the intensity. He's got to be careful not to get caught. But
who's both going toe to toe.
Goodness me,
this is entertaining.
Fierce and ferocious exchanges here, both having successes. And the Brazilian has come out all guns blazing here. He's decided to go through the gears and really try and put it on Nishiyama, but Nishiyama seems to have maintained his composure for the most part.
Nishiyama did not need to be there in that exchange. He's winning. He needs to pick his punches a little bit better than get involved in exchanges like that.
Stern word from the referee, making sure Ian Ennis that he's really heard what he's had to say. Settled a little bit now, but what a blistering start from the Brazilian. He did get caught on the way in the last exchange though, but he pushes him back up against the ropes. Nishiyama, Japanese boxer in red.
His
shoelace undone. Just talking about boots, weren't we?
Very entertaining first 30 seconds of the round there.
Superb, wasn't it? Really enjoyable. Not that high level of technical skill, just two boxers going at it toe to toe, and enjoyable nonetheless. Good work to the body now from De Carvalho. He had to change things up. Only one judge going in his favour in the first round. Little tangle again.
Nishiyama cannot let the Brazilian come out and start taking control now.
No, absolutely not. And sometimes they're a little bit wild, these swings from De Carvalho, aren't they? Not really getting any purchase on them, not setting himself. There's some of those...
Yeah, coming in swinging.
Fancy feet again.
The Brazilian coming in swinging with the lead up. Nishiyama just really needs to stay calm under that.
Into the final minute of the second round then. And I think the one thing that De Carvalho has managed to do here is take a little bit of the momentum and the control from Nishiyama. Although it has been a little bit wild and unorthodox, your eyes are on the Brazilian now as opposed to Nishiyama. So it's worked in some regards, hasn't it?
But I don't know who's winning the exchanges.
It's certainly made this more difficult for the judges, I would say, than the first round, where you did feel that it was clear Nishiyama had done the better work, although a really good backhand from him, but Carvalho replied as well, so...
Both putting their hands up to say, I landed that shot.
Making sure we all know. Good work there from Carvalho, really exploded into action and closed the distance very quickly to get his shots off. A word from the referee, last couple of seconds in this second round. Well, we did say it'd be entertaining, not necessarily the entertainment you might expect for different reasons, but it certainly was entertaining. And I mean, he came right out of the blocks, didn't he? At the start of that second round, it was blistering action, and then toe to toe. Goodness me, we weren't expecting that for the second round, but it certainly made it difficult to judge.
I certainly think the Brazilian there flustered Nishiyama there from Japan.
Well, these scorecards then, the judges did like that approach from Carvalho because they've all gone in his favour. One judge going 10-8, so that's put him in a great position here. And then that, you know, as I say, he's unpredictable, he's got a lot of flair.
I think
he does things differently, and it's put Nishiyama off his...
Put him off his game for sure,
yeah. And we can see some of these shots landing really clearly from Carvalho. It's not just wild, erratic work. There's a method in the madness, if you like, because he's landed with a number of shots, as you saw in the replay there. So that approach has worked for him. So it's who makes the better adjustments in this final round. This is what it's going to come down to. Concentration required from Nishiyama. Can't afford to give away too many wild shots like he did in that second round, but Carvalho applying the pressure once again. He knows that's the way to get at and disrupt and unsettle Nishiyama.
Nishiyama working behind the jab there.
That's much better when he does that, isn't it? It's a stiff, solid, commanding jab. Needs to utilise it more frequently. And that interrupts that flow And those lunging attacks from Carvalho.
Yeah, great work there though from Nishiyama, making Carvalho miss.
Has to be a bit busier with that jab, Nishiyama.
Seems to be a good tool for him in this fight. He needs to use it more.
Those straight shots down the middle have been so effective for him. Not necessarily need anything flashy or fancy. That has worked really well. But Di Carvalho nullified that in the second round by simply wading in, swinging, and he caught Nishiyama really clean with some of those combinations. There he goes again, and then ties him up. Really good work from both boxers this. Really important that they land those telling shots here, Luke, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. It's all to play for. You got the last round there, and either fighter could win this fight.
This is almost as if Di Carvalho tried to box in the basic way, you know, do the basics in the first round, and thought, right, that's not working for me. I'm going to express myself as is natural and right for me, and it certainly works in his favour. We haven't seen as much showmanship as yesterday. I think that's due to the intensity
and how good
of the contest and the quality of Nishiyama, but yesterday we did see quite a bit more of that, but we've certainly seen some of it on display today. And doesn't he have a really unpredictable style? That's what makes him exciting to watch.
Very erratic, yeah.
But he's open to be caught as well, isn't he? If Nishiyama can just time it, keep the clarity while he's coming at him, but very difficult to do when he's marauding forward with those swings, as you've just seen there, backing Nishiyama up against the ropes. What a contest this has been as we enter the final 30 seconds. Still could stake a claim for this gold medal, both of them, if they can just find those openings and land those eye-catching shots. That could be the difference.
The Brazilian backing him up to the ropes there. Referee coming in, splitting him up.
Is the time for one more big shot? Carvalho, gloves low.
I feel like we need one more big shot from the
Nice 1-2 for him to finish. Beats his chest. A roar for the crowd. He feels he's done enough. Well, that was like a different fight every single round, wasn't it? We got something completely differently, and
I feel like that 1-2 from Nishiyama right at the end certainly could have played a big part in that round.
Well, it was really interesting in terms of the judging, and understandably so, because that was so much variation in that contest. Nishiyama stuck to his task, boxed the way that he boxes, but Carvalho made significant changes after that first round, and very unpredictable. That's the way he expresses himself, and it put him off his...
Both guys looking confident of the win.
Yeah, they certainly are. Yeah. Put him off somewhat, Nishiyama, but both showing great respect for one another, as is often the case. Both raising the hands though.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's find the result.
77 after 3 rounds of boxing. We go to the scorecards with your officials at ringside. Score a split decision in favour of your winner and men's 63.5 kilo World Boxing Cup Champion 2024. Boxing out of the blue corner, representing Brazil, it's Breno Di Carvalho.
Well, there's those signature dance moves that we've seen throughout the week from Breno Di Carvalho. He certainly is a character, lots of charisma, lots of personality, and expresses it in the ring. So congratulations to him, another gold for Brazil. You have to feel for Shion Nishiyama of Japan, because that was a great performance. He's been brilliant all week. Really highly technical boxer, but just couldn't quite figure out the puzzle today. And it was a complicated puzzle indeed.